Here's another household issue that I run into here. I have like this Fluid Master, I think it's the 400A, and what I'm going to do today is replace it with this Korky 528 MP. And I thought this thing looked weird, but I think it's actually better because it doesn't have like these external moving parts. Okay, and it's like this is a new one, and when you flush it, it makes this horrible sound. And there's like a rubber washer in there that you can clean, and supposedly that will fix it. But I did that, and it didn't fix it. So here's what it sounds like. Okay, another benefit to this thing is that it's got this adjustable valve here, so you can control how much water goes down that tube, and you can adjust it so like it doesn't waste water. So that's another benefit to it. So here we go. Something that's kind of good to know here is like when you attach this tank, like here you see you have this bolt. Like this is a like a rubber washer here that I put there. There's like 3 of them. Then on the underside of here, there's a like another rubber washer and a stainless steel washer and a nut. I think it's stainless steel, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know if it is now that I think of it. But that would, it does once again, so it doesn't rust. That's how you do it. And the reason I did that is that I was getting leaks on this. So this is what I came up with. And it works. On this step, you're supposed to get the top. There's like the top of that tube and then the bottom of the silver cap. So I put a ruler there to make sure that they're at the right level. So then you remove it, and when you do a counterclockwise turn on that thing, it makes it go just slightly higher. Here's what it looks like after I do the clockwise turn, and it's locked. So the gray thing is slightly higher than the top of the tube. This is kind of confusing. Okay, after you tighten the thing down there, and you put the ruler here, you can see that it is slightly above the top of this tube. And then in instructions 4B here, it says verify corner of silver cover and flush valve line up. Then in the picture it shows that they're total, they're like at the same level, but after you do that clockwise turn, it raises it up a little bit. So that's not really clear. And then in instructions 5A here, it says verify the critical level is 1 inch above the overflow tube. Okay, that's like right here, I think. Where is it? No, here. I guess right at these. No, wait. It's like right there at the bottom of this. So if that's the critical level, and you got this thing above the tube, then of course it's going to be at the 1 inch, 1 inch above the tube. So that isn't really important to put that into the instructions there. They should say, maybe like, you will notice that the critical level line is 1 inch above the overflow tube. The next step is to get this silver thing on. This is like after they told you to put the tube on here. I think maybe they should say put the tube on here, then remove it, then put this silver thing on. Then when you get to this step, attach it to this thing, because it's kind of hard to get this thing into the end of the tube because it's got some kind of sharp edges. So I'm going to remove this. Maybe I'll just remove the whole thing and put this silver thing on, and then reattach it at the, right here. It is a lot easier to attach that silver thing when it's before. So now I'm going to reinstall it. Here's a possible improvement in the instructions. They should say, get the silver thing there, get this thing set here with the nut underneath, so it's not totally secure, but it's in place. Then get this thing, figure out where it's going to go here. Then tighten it, and then when it's in place, then you can get the correct alignment. Okay, so that is the way to go. Get that there, then attach it there. And then I know from this one I did before, this has to be like, that's going to be at like maybe 3/4. It's not going to be like straight. It's going to be slightly less than an open valve. I mean, all the the potential for an open valve. It's not going to be there. It's going to reduce it a little bit. Okay, well, these instructions say turn the refill adjuster dial. It wants you to do it fully open. Okay, then turn on the water. Make sure there's no leaking under here. So that's looking good. And up here. So it says it could leak, like water's going to be there, under this thing, and then at the base. So I can turn it for full pressure now. Let's see, right tight, left loose. That's good, there's no leaking under here. It's fine. Oh, that looks like it's going to be a lot higher than my lid. What happened? Oh, that's wrong. Whoa. Uh-oh. I made a mistake. Okay, somehow I got the height of this thing messed up. How did I do that? Must have been when I attached that hose. Okay, wait, hold on. I'll resume at this point after I adjust this height back to the correct level. Okay, here we are back, and as you can see, this is now so that when I put the lid on, it will be below the lid. And so, another thing, like tightening and loosening the things under here, it helps. Just using a rag, that helps. Makes it easier to do that. Otherwise, it's kind of hard on your hand. So, okay, now let's turn on the water. Right tight, left loose. Okay, good. No leaks. Okay, I see a lot of water going in here. So full pressure. Okay, so now the instructions say that this thing open full. It says, let's see, okay, flush it, then wait 2 minutes for the bowl water to settle. Then mark the water level in the bowl with a pencil. Okay, so I did the pencil line right there at the water level. So now the instructions say to flush the toilet. If the bowl water level reaches the pencil mark before the tank is finished filling, turn the dial counterclockwise to reduce the flow. Then it says if the bowl water level is below the pencil mark, once the tank is done filling, turn the dial clockwise to increase the flow. Well, I mean, it's already full clockwise, so I won't be able to do anything there. So, okay, repeat that until the water level reaches the pencil mark at the same time the tank finishes filling. So I'm gonna flush it and then let's see what happens at that water level. Okay, as you can see, the water level is very high above the pencil mark. So that's all wasted water. As you can hear, the valve has not shut off. Okay, it shut off. Now you'll see that the water level goes down to the pencil mark. So that's pretty close. I mean, before you let it sit for 2 minutes and then check it. So it gets to that level pretty quickly. Okay, it's underneath the line now. So let's reduce the water flow here. I have another one of these and it was at 3/4. Well, I'll reduce this, maybe 1/3. This dial here, I'll turn it counterclockwise 1/3. Well, let's just do it. I don't have that much adjustability. I've only got like I can't even do a 1/4 turn. So it's like from there to there. Okay, let's try in between those two. If that's with that, in alignment with that tube is there. That's the max that way. Not even to the quarter there that way, so it's got to be in between. Okay. That reduces the water flow. So I'll flush it again. Oh, it's still going above that water line. But the idea is that it does not go above that water line. I think that dial has to be a full count as far as it will go counterclockwise. It looks like it has reduced the flow though of water, so let's make it not that way, but this way, as much, reduce the water flow as much as possible. Okay, that really does reduce it a lot, doesn't it? It sure isn't going above that line. And like what I notice is like it fills more at the base of this thing rather than through the top. Okay, there's no water going in there. Is there any at all? A little bit. Let's try it and see. Okay, that cuts out. There's just a small trickle of water here then. So it's mostly, how is it getting filled in? See, your tank here isn't, it doesn't fill up quickly there, and what's in the tank here goes down, and then this takes longer to fill up, I think. Okay, well, okay, it's right at the line, so let's see. Okay, now it's doing it. See how it's not even going above that line? It's like filling up slowly to the line. So I think you want it to be at that line when the valve shuts off. Okay, so now as you can see, the valve shut off before it got to the line. So this can't be entirely closed off. It's got to be a little bit open. So I'll just do it a little bit. Man, now it's going way above that line right away instead of filling up slowly. But anyway, that is how it works. You just have to adjust that up or down until it like fills up to that line. When you want it to be filled to that line when the valve shuts off. I believe that's it. So I think I'm going to try, maybe I'll reduce that, give it a little more counterclockwise of a turn. And then that should probably be about as good as I can get it. And that's not an exact thing, I don't think. So this is how this valve works. If I flush it, okay, nothing's coming through this tube, very little. So see when I turn this thing, see how the water goes down the tube? Or if I turn it left, it cuts it off. If I turn it right, cut it off. So you can pretty much reduce it totally, or just a little. And these instructions, here it says it like the normal water flow from 3 areas, I guess at the top, then by this tube, and then at the bottom. But I notice when I do this, like say you turn this thing all the way, wash it, I'm seeing water come out of this thing, like on the right. You see dripping water. Now if it's full on like that, I don't see anything, but if you turn it, it's, like a little, halfway between the way it'll go, then I see dripping water right here. So, okay, so this is like with the water all the way off. So I'm just going to make it just a little bit, and it looks like every time you make an adjustment to this thing, it changes how the water shows up in the toilet bowl. So I don't know if that's because there's water stuck inside this thing or not. So here's the conclusion. This thing it is quieter. It says with quiet fill technology. So let's hear it. So very good, very good. I think it is better than the 400A. I think it's quieter and easier to install. It doesn't have these moving parts. So that's this Korky, the number 528MP, maximum performance. It has the silver gray top on it.